We is live, and we need to take a brief moment to station identification. This is Twitter, or maybe YouTube, or maybe Spotify.
We're everywhere, man.
Taking over the goddamn world.
Ooh, prestige worldwide.
Wide. Research and development.
So, why don't you hit us with the intro, my man? I'm ready to go. I'm interested.
Same. I'm ready. I'm going. We're the guys in the room 619. I'm Zach. This is Dennis over here. We're doing our little show, little DFS show, some other bullshit, because that's what we do. And honestly, kind of, we're the leftovers, scooping in all the info from here and there, podcasts, Twitter, articles. But most importantly, we're putting our own takes and personal opinions intermingled with our lineups. You know, I think that's a big thing, and I finally found the proper words for that, I think, recently. So there you go.
Yeah, I think intuition and just what we really think is going to happen at the end of the day. You gotta go with your guys and go with what you think is going to happen, because otherwise it's like if it doesn't work, it's like twice as bad. Like, oh, I didn't go with what I thought and I'm still wrong. Oh, bleep this whole thing altogether,
I mean, no shade at all to anybody, but like I just don't find fun in just completely plugging some shit I find and pretending and trying to win money on that. So
right.
Here we go.
Let's do Cliff Notes. So let's start with another guys in 619 victory lap. That's back-to-back weeks that we were on the cash line. 3 out of 4.
Both of us. I know. I'm telling you, the November, the fire's heating up for me.
You got the logs on the fire. It's building.
Yeah, I'm just dude. Actually, I need to find a cabin to retreat to for the next 2 months.
Smart. I mean, it was a weird week. I mean, I thought I was toast after the afternoon games. I didn't want it was a low cash line. So props to anyone.
Yeah, it was like 125 or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I barely snuck in.
Me too.
But it still counts.
Darn you, Tyrod.
Man, he burned me big time. Like, I wasn't expecting him to light it up, but like, holy shit.
Well, it's because I went to him off Lamar. God dang it. All right. Anyway, let's go. All right. So we're doing Cliff Notes a little bit differently. We each picked 3 games that we want to talk about, and we got like a takeaway, and we're going to hit the other person with like hot take, first take style, but with less yelling and everything.
More sense.
So, oh God, yes. Jesus. So the first game is, I already mentioned it. It was Lamar. It was Baltimore, Minnesota. Baltimore won 34-31 in OT. Thank you, OT. That game was exciting. It was just a lot of fun to watch.
Hell yes. I'll jump in here. I had a lot of fun with that one. We both had Hollywood, right? I know you stuck with him, right?
Oh, that was my top play of the week.
Yeah. And so that's why I was real in tune to that one. But it was also on TV here locally, so I was able to throw it on YouTube TV on my computer versus my Sunday ticket thing. So it was like a bigger screen. So I just ended up watching it, but like wasn't disappointed.
Yeah. So I just think that Lamar in Baltimore is just a fancy gold mine right now. Some of the stats that Lamar is putting up individually is like literally historic as far as passing yards and rushing yards combined.
Mm-hmm.
And so my hot take is Hollywood is the top 15 wide receiver in Dynasty and redraft and whatever you want. He's top 15. I could not come up with 15 names better than him.
I agree. I was not a Hollywood guy like ever. You always have been, so props, man. I
love LGs. I love little guys.
That's true. It's a detriment, but sometimes a blessing.
Yeah, I got to stick with my tribe.
But this year he's made me wrong, and that's all there is. Like, he's fucking good.
They're using him differently, and it was I was go back and forth with people like he can do the things that like Tyreek does, the short horizontal stuff, and turn it into extra yards. Like they just never use him that way because Lamar is such a good runner because they had such a good running game. But clearly that never worked. And I've said this take before, but I thought that they would pass more because I thought they had to. So they were ready for the playoffs. And you can say it's because of RB injuries, or you can say it's because it was also what they wanted to do. But for whatever reason, they're passing enough. And he is prolific as passing. I have some Lamar stats for later, but he's doing great. Like you keep saying he can't throw. That's all I got to say.
I know, right? I think having Bateman is already helping a lot, and it's gonna just continue to pay.
Oh yeah,
because
two contested catch guys.
Yeah, and like before, aside from Andrews, they literally haven't had one threat that you like legit scares you. So the fact that they have someone else that you're like, oh crap, he actually can play. Yeah, it just shifts respect. So yeah. And it showed this game because as the game plan went on, that game wore down, and they were able to just scheme him up and get him open, like you said, just rely on their players, man. And he made it happen.
They didn't make Lamar go superhero. They said, all right, whoop, here's a quick screen. Here's a little little drag across and go gain some yards, like quick outs. And like he's electric. Like he's really hard to cover unless you have unless you have a DB that can move like him. And there's not a lot. You know what I mean?
No.
A lot of DBs are now getting a little bit bigger and stuff like that. So that's a little bit of a mismatch now that you can't manhandle them. All right. Do you want to go your game? Or
no, you're definitely right. I'll go.
All right. Let's hear your top one.
Mine was Atlanta and New Orleans. And this game was kind of wild.
Very weird.
Dude. So we got 27-25. Matt Ryan hits that big completion down the sideline to Patterson, get a field goal. Because the Saints hit a touchdown with Kamara pretty late.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Kamara.
All I know is this Saints team, they need to find a way to be able to get Kamara to work, because without him, they're toast.
They're the hardest team.
I think that's the truth. Yes, and I think that's the truth, even if Jameis was healthy. But they had lanes, man. He had everywhere to run. And I just felt like every time I saw him on red zone and stuff, it was like he was killing it, but it just wasn't happening a lot. And that was kind of frustrating. But what a weird game. We've got the Falcons back to 500. Interesting.
They're the 7th seed.
Yeah, wild. I mean, with you at the beginning of the year, you say, at the halfway mark, they're sitting in a wild card, and they don't have Calvin Ridley.
Couldn't be me, bro.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been me either. That's for damn sure. But anyways, my real takeaway is coming from the Saints, and my question is, what the hell do they do at quarterback? Because Jameis ain't it either.
All right. Real fast, I was wanting to say I heard this earlier today, and I was going to save it for this conversation. Actually, I'll answer your question. I'll come back. Remind me, I have something to tell you. Anyway, what they do at quarterback this year, I think they go Taysom, and I think you just make it happen with Taysom, and you do the gimmicky crap, and you deal with whatever happens. Because Simeon really.
Yeah. Well, I guess my question is more next season.
Long term. Long term, I think they take one of these guys, because I think there's going to be guys to get late in the first, and I think they let them sit, and I think they try and develop them, and they do like another makeshift year, whether it's another year with Jameis or something, and go from there. Because I don't see them just straight up tanking. Like, this roster is good. They need to try to win right now, and so I think they need to do a balancing mode of, all right, let's take a developmental guy, because I think that's where this whole QB class is in 22. And then, have a guy that can play right away and go from there.
It's a real weak class at quarterback.
Yeah. Although I'm starting to see people hate on Desmond Ridder. Come on. He's got tools. He could do it. I have faith still. He's just not. I mean, he'd be the sixth quarterback last year.
I was impressed with him last year even.
Yeah, but he'd be the sixth quarterback last year. So, like, let's just be like.
No, you ain't wrong.
No one's trying. I'm not saying he's like elite guy, but like, he's a first round quarterback in my opinion. Just later.
I'm curious to see how high a quarterback will go this year.
I think the Pitt guy will go high. Pickett, right?
I'm not sure.
He looks good. I think he goes like top 10 easy. All right. The thing I wanted to tell you, Matt Ryan, insane the last 2 weeks.
Yes, I think he's really good.
He's been like putting up insane numbers while being pressured like crazy. No Calvin Ridley, tough matchups, and he's just been like one of the most efficient and effective quarterbacks the last 2 weeks. And I know we have kind of thrown dirt on the grave of Matt Ryan, so I just wanted to give him props there. That wow, like you're making me interested in Falcons offense.
I'm pretty sure I doubled down on that he sucks. So he's been really good.
Yeah, he really has. All right, my next one. This one's really hot takey. Are you ready?
Oh, let's go.
It involves Dallas and Denver, and I was watching this game, and I was watching my boy Javonte. And, dude, we have Javonte stats for later. He's going to get a lot of appreciation this week. He's a dynasty RB6 for me. I got the people I have ahead of him. I still have McCaffrey number 1.
Okay.
I have JT 2.
Yep.
I have Eckler 3.
Yep.
I have Cook 4. I really was torn there, but now with the legal stuff, I don't know what's going to happen. That's a really crazy story. And I don't know what's going to happen with their offense. I like the Eckler's tied to Herbert. Mm-hmm. That was the swing vote for me. 5 is still Kamara. I believe in the talent. I think he ages well. But, like, I'm a big believer in, like, running back windows. And, like, he's 21. He's 2 years younger than Najee. Like, he's 3 years. He's 4 years younger than McCaffrey, and then Eckler, Cook, Kamara, all 26. He's only 21. Next year, Mel's going to be gone. Probably a new quarterback. Probably a new offense, and like he can catch passes. He's a true 3-down back. Like,
and he's probably. I mean, he will for sure be younger than some of the dudes coming out next year.
And better. I mean, just
better, yeah.
Now, the 23 class, okay. Well, I'll slow my roll saying he's better than anyone in the 23 class.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But right now, I just love his situation as far as
stock up on your
boing, boing, boing to the moon.
Stock up on your 23 picks.
It's a good class, y'all. Get your 23 seconds too, because that's a deep class. Mm-hmm. Not that you need us to tell you if you've been paying attention. Everyone loves 23. But yeah, so I really think at this moment right now, with his projected, usage going up, if he can keep this efficiency, it's JT 2.0 in my opinion.
All of his metrics like match out with what the eyes tell you, and it's almost like we're starting to finally see it. I called him as a breakout because they played the Jags, I want to say week 2, and he just had a couple of runs in that game where I was just like, okay, this guy's a man. And, maybe the free Javonte is finally starting to happen.
I think it happens eventually at some point. I'm more saying this is a future play. Like if I had one of those running backs and they offered me Javonte, I would really, really, really strongly consider it. Now I have Javonte in 2 of 3 of my dynasty leagues, and then my other one I'm never going to get him because of the person that has him. But anyway, because he loves him too. But I just think if you can buy Javonte in dynasty, I would, or in auction or keeper leagues, I would, 100%.
It's a good call. I mean, I like him too. I'm not. Dude, running back is just weird because to me, where I'm at in my philosophy with dynasty right now is running back needs to be the last piece of your puzzle.
Yeah,
because of the window. Yeah, so it all almost depends on where you're at.
I agree.
Like if you're trying to win right now to 2 to 3 years from now versus like 2 years from now to 4 years from now, you might be trying to go after different guys. So it's always kind of like especially the Dynasty Twitter community, I just think it's kind of weird how much people will cling to like definites, like buy low on this guy or, all that kind of crap, when it's like literally every single player is valued and viewed differently by every team, every manager, and every league.
Yeah.
Because every scenario in Dynasty is different, which makes every situation different.
No, I dig that. No, I agree. Especially about the point where, like, if you're rebuilding, like, don't force running back unless you're just playing to flip them, because you got to build up that wide receiver core. You got to get that quarterback. Like, now Superflex kind of changes things, but like, I just feel like there's other positions with longer windows where line all those guys up first and then start plugging in running back. Because also you can buy, aging running backs for cheaper because, those teams have to move on.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got for your next game?
Chargers and Eagles.
All right. This was a weird one too.
Yeah. Chargers came out on top, obviously, at 27-24. And it kind of looks like our boy's back. Herbert looked good. He looked like that Herbert. He looked like that Herbert of last year, where like the way the ball's coming out, it just looked. I don't know. Once again, eye test. It's just one of those things you just watch and you're like, that's the Herbert I know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, that was exciting to see him kind of get his groove back a little bit. That rocket bomb he had to Mike Williams. Did you see this?
No, I didn't watch much of the afternoon games.
You need to look up this play. He hits Mike Williams for like a 50-yard bomb, but it's all air, but he's also dropped really far back, like on the right hash, throwing to the left. I bet you that's a 65 to 75-yard air throw. It's pretty ridiculous, yeah. But anyways, great win for the Chargers. Bounce back. My question here, and the only reason I didn't bring this up yet, is Keenan Allen the key to the Chargers offense?
I am so happy that he is eating again. I am such a fan of his game. I think he's so freaking good.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's about obviously long passes, like taken in volume. If you're done doing it well, which Herbert can, it's going to be the most efficient play, right? It's the most valuable.
Yep.
It's like a 3-pointer. But there's something to be said about avoiding, third and longs and stuff like that and getting quick first downs. And I'm with you. And like, nobody wants to give up 7, 8, 9 yards of play. Like, they're going to eventually bring dudes down, and then that opens up the deep shots,
Yeah, and also, oh, man, your drive goes bad and it's 3rd and 18. Oh, well, my guy just caught one for 9 yards. I just got 1.9 out of that before they punted. Like, that crap happens a lot.
Yeah. All right. I tried quick Google search, Twitter search. I couldn't find it, so I'll have to look it up.
That's all good. But yeah, that's kind of my
I like that.
And I really think he is, because it almost stopped trying to make Mike Williams happen.
It's not
because for real, it almost seemed like he was like the flavor of the week because he had those big games at the beginning, and it seemed like they were trying to like make him the thing. When I don't know, man, just get back to your roots, and your roots have been Keenan Allen Zaguan for a long time. So let's go.
No, I like that. I think he's been one of my favorite players the last couple of years, and I'm happy to be able to play him again and in daily fantasy and such. Alrighty. So my last one, not nearly as hot takey. It was in the Browns. Oh my God, what game? Who did they play? Cincinnati, the Battle of Ohio, of course. Battle of Ohio, 41-16. Did not see that coming at all. I liked Cincinnati minus 2.5, I think it was. So that was a big L for me. I think Nick Chubb is a damn near must play for the next 3 weeks.
Agreed.
So they have no Hunt.
Mm-hmm.
So that helps. He didn't get a whole bunch more touches, but it was also like a blowout the entire game. So why risk it? And he already had like 150 yards, so who cares? They play New England, Detroit, Baltimore. None of those teams are any good. Hunt is supposed to miss 4 to 6. This would be, I think, the 4th week he missed. And then they have a bye. So they're probably just going to hold him to the bye.
Why wouldn't
O-line,
they? Yeah.
Right. The O-line is super healthy, and it's all really, really good players. Like they have 5 elite O-line.
Yes.
And they're all healthy and ready to go. I just think he's the star in the team now that Odell's gone, and I think they're going to feed him a lot.
They have to lean on him. He's been a guy, like, even in some like daunting matchups, he's come out on top. And I'm with you. Patriots run defense isn't the best. I would say lower third, I want to say.
It's definitely poor in DVOA.
Yeah. So you got, plus matchup. Dude, yeah, I'm there.
I just saw the play, the Mike Williams one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, that was
right.
sick. Yeah, that was that was a very long air throw.
But yeah, let's go. Rub my Chubb.
Oh. All right, buddy. What do you got for the last one?
The nicest game of all.
I was going to use that joke. Damn.
We got Jags and Bills. And the Jags, they come out on top somehow, some way. 6-9.
Not see that goddamn coming.
They barely. The spread was 14.5, and the game had 15 points. That's crazy. So the interest. I mean, this is interesting here because the Jags pass rush was really hitting home, and it's Josh Allen, so he was able to get out of 8 sacks and either just throw it away or gain 2 yards or something crazy.
Which Josh Allen are we talking about?
Maybe either. I don't know. You tell me.
All right. There was a lot of hoopla about
there sure
2
was
guys that went in the top 10 in back-to-back years. You would think, we all know
we would have gone over this before.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
So, anyways, pass rush was able to pretty much keep the Bills in check completely. It was really impressive. Tuesdays, I always listen to a Jags radio show because they have a former player on who does tape breakdown essentially, but he just does it over the radio kind of. Anyways, he was talking about how last handful of weeks you've seen some of these defensive penalties for the Jags because they've been just doing these huge substitutions out of nickel, base and nickel and blah 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 blah. Well, he said that it seems like they finally have gotten comfortable personnel wise as far as who they like in certain things. So the substitutions have been more minimal. So it's there's less confusion on the field to wherever he said it just looked like everyone knew what was happening more. Just you know what I mean? And I was like, wow, honestly, that makes a ton of sense. So that was really interesting to me. So that's an interesting note moving forward. I'm going to keep an eye on, especially just to see how the defense keeps playing. My takeaway, not defense. Jaguars related.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Jags defense.
No, I can't go all in on the Jags all the time. Just most of the time. I
low-key really like them this week in DFS.
Same. Bills still a lock for this division?
Yes.
I
Zero
think so
questions.
Too.
0 questions for me.
It was
a bad week.
Yeah, but they struggled against the Dolphins the week before too.
Yeah.
And lost to the Titans. I mean, they're
Titans
just not on
a lot of good. Titans have beaten a lot of good teams.
I know that. I'm just saying they're not just in the best form more than just 1 week.
They have 2 games in December against the Dolphins. Oh no, that can't be right. Versus the Patriots, so that will settle it. I think like the Patriots are good in a lot of places. I don't think that they're great anywhere, and I think just like we talked about with like Baltimore, like I feel like you have to be able to like versus good teams late, like you have to be able to like beat them with the pass and
How about
have those throws. And I don't know if Mac's up to that.
How about breaking ankles? They're pretty good at that. Okay,
Dirty.
Let's go.
Dirty. Mac needs suspended for that. Straight up. Did he even get fined? This is horseshit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I like that one. Alrighty. So let's move on to bets. So we have Thursday night football. I am high-key excited for this game if Tua can play.
Yeah, what's the sitch there?
It doesn't sound like he's going to.
Man.
I know, because Brissett makes this much less exciting. I know they played well with him last week, but I feel like Tua would be like gunslinger, and like I said, Baltimore is, kind of a fancy gold mine right now. They give up a lot of big plays.
Yeah, they do.
So bets wise, you could probably guess where I'm going. My top play is Hollywood's receiving yards. It's only 61.5. It seems way too low.
It's criminal.
He's hit that 4 out of the last 5 weeks, 6 out of 8 on the year, and he averages 85 yards a game.
Yeah,
What am I missing here?
Yeah, that's gold.
All right, that's my top play. The other one I like, and I also will definitely play. There's a couple I really like this game. Lamar over 305 rushing plus passing yards.
That was going to be mine.
Do you want to say your all right,
no,
sorry.
You're fine.
He averages 275 yards passing and 75 yards rushing a game.
Yeah, that's
unless they think it's going to be like it's like a 7.5 spread, so it's not like they think it's going to be crazy blowout. City gets benched. Like, I don't know. I think
hashtag math. It adds up.
I teach it a little bit.
That's same. So that was one of mine. The other one I found that I like is Baltimore minus 2.5 first quarter.
Ooh.
Just to jump out to a nice quick lead.
I think I like that play. Yeah.
Minus 110.
They score and don't let Miami score. They're good.
Even if they give a field goal.
Right. No, I like that play a lot.
Especially if Brissett is out there.
Yeah, that's what I was reading. It sounds like he's questionable, Tua is, but it says Miami's like planning for it to be Brissett. So, alrighty. What about the Sunday slate? You got any plays you like?
Yeah, I like Jaguars plus 10. This is
okay.
I think with the weaknesses on the defense for the Colts that they've been showing and that was a big win for Jacksonville. Like for a bad team just trying to, scrape and claw, like that's fucking big.
Yeah.
100%. So I think I'm not saying they're coming out here and going to win, but like 10's a big number.
Mm-hmm. You're just saying backdoor cover, keep it close.
They've had
those things.
They were completely blown out, not in the game week 1, and then 2 weeks ago in Seattle. Other than that, they've pretty much been in games. So give me them plus 10.
I like that. My favorite Sunday bet so far is.
Did that just sound like I was peeing?
A little Joe Buck situation here.
Yeah.
Peeing during the broadcast while he calls a touchdown.
Maybe I was, maybe I wasn't.
No, you'll never know. I like the Bucks over 30.5 team total versus Washington.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, the line is over 3.5 touchdowns, so they're expecting at least 3, potentially 4. They're playing the 31st ranked pass defense in DVOA. Brady's pretty fucking good.
I'm writing that down.
That's my favorite
Brady's
play.
fucking good part. I need to write that one down.
Well, we're past the hot take section, but I wanted to sprinkle some more.
What'd you say it was 30.5?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
I'm writing
they've
that
done
down.
that 4 out of 8, and like every time they played like a really bad defense, they've just like mollywopped them. Like it's just they got that. You know what I mean? All right, my next one, I really like it. I'm gonna keep it with a really like as well. I like Bills minus 11.5 versus Jets.
Yeah, I could see that. Obviously,
I don't think the Bills are gonna suck again. I really don't.
No,
like they just they know they needed to get fat on this part of the schedule, and they already blew a big opportunity. 11.5 isn't crazy. The Jets have the legit 32nd overall defense in DVOA. Bills are the top overall team in DVOA. Like, even despite this loss to Jacksonville, like, I don't think they have the pass rush that the Jags do. And, Zach Moss got banged up. I don't know if he's going to play or not, but at least they'll know their situation going into it. You know what I mean? It's hard when you lose your most relied upon running back, in the middle of the game. Like, that's tough. And they only really have 2 ones of note. So, I like that play. Minus 11.5 Bills.
There you go. I got one more. These are 2 plays that I'm already got. I got the juice for.
Already did a little sprinkling.
Let's go. We got the Browns plus 2.5.
I like that play too.
I'm shocked they're dogs, man.
I think it's the Chubb situation.
I think so too. And that like, well, I mean, dude, that's just like the Chubb situation is gonna affect a lot this week. We'll say that. We got more to come on that.
Yeah. So just real quick, he's in the COVID protocol, but he is vaccinated, and so 2 negative tests 24 hours apart consecutively, I think, gets him activated again. And so it's not like he has to be quarantined like in previous, like last year, or if he was unvaccinated. Just as a clarification. I think that has to be the only reason why the line's weird, right?
I think so. Because if Chubb's in, they're just gonna pound it with him, man. And they're playing good defense. I don't get it.
Plus, you're getting 2.5, so even if it's like a weird, they lose by 1 or something like that, you're good.
It's strange. I got nothing on this.
That is, I was curious about that line.
Regardless, we're gonna get to this as well because, we ready for DFS?
Let me get one more because I wanted to challenge myself because I feel like I never take underdogs.
Okay.
Give me Atlanta plus 8 at Dallas. Like I said, Matty Ice has been hot. Dallas just had a really bad week. I still think Dallas wins, but I think Atlanta with the backdoor cover is there. I think we said this before. I think Fun Atlanta is back where every game's a shootout. And I think they're just going to be able to hang in there. And I could see them losing by a touchdown. No big deal.
Easy, yeah. Especially if the Cowboys offense still is, struggling a little.
Yeah, that's not. I wanted to challenge myself to pick an underdog, so
I think too. With. Let's go.
Yeah, good for you. Me, I'm always chalky. I can't help it.
Woof woof.
Hungry dog eats. Shout out Hank Lockwood.
So yeah, dude, let's go talk some cash plays. And I guess I'm just gonna start this off to say
I wanted to let you go first sometimes. I feel like I take your guys because I always go first.
Chubb or Dearness Johnson, whoever it is, whichever. Like, to me, that one either or is a must play.
I agree.
So wait and see on that. If Chubb's in, even at 7-4, he's getting that volume.
Fire him up.
He's got a good matchup. Rub the Chubb. And if he's out, you get Dearness Johnson at what 4.7, I think.
Yeah, and he already showed he could step in. So
exactly. So it's a win-win either way. Play the Browns running back. Don't think twice.
Alrighty, I'm gonna hit you with my top play. It's someone I've been rolling with a lot, whether it's cash or tournament, and it's Dan Arnold.
Yeah.
I don't understand his pricing. I don't get it.
I don't either.
Why isn't he for something? I think you're getting like a $700 discount. He's 3.5. He's hit value 3 out of 4, and a couple of those like easy. Like we're talking 4 or 5 times value, which I know he's cheap, but that still counts. You know what I mean? 30 targets the last 4 games. I think Larry definitely likes him. This big spread, so they're probably passing a good amount, and Indy is very good against the run, very bad against the pass.
I would say, and Ryan Griffin just looked pretty good against them.
Oh, you know what? I need to remember this. I saw this. What was the dude's name? I forget his name in Twitter, but he hit a monster same game parlay, and he had Ryan Griffin scoring in the parlay.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, dang, nice call. That was a, who had that?
Right.
And the dude's like, well, last week before that, they let their blocking tight end sneak away and score. Same thing on this one. So maybe it's Manhurt season for a touchdown if you want to feel a little ballsy.
Dude, do it.
Sprinkle a little on that. It's probably like plus 1,000. No, it's probably, I don't know. It's probably insane. Who knows? But anyway, I like Dan Arnold. He's getting a lot of volume. I think it's gonna be a good play. I'm terrified you're gonna take my number. You're gonna take my number 2 person. I know
it. Keenan.
No, good. Yes.
I just saw it today. He popped up on the injury report, so that's concerning.
Mm-hmm. Boo.
Let me find him here. He's 7K.
Yeah, 7K even.
And he didn't practice today. Held out as more of a precaution. That's what it says. So that's fine. Anyways, like I said earlier, seems like they're getting back to giving him the ball. He's got a nice matchup this weekend. We just saw Hollywood torch them, and he does a lot of his work from the slot. Keenan knows how to get open, and he's going against guys who don't know how to cover, I guess. So, give me Keenan.
Yeah, I'm not a believer in Minnesota's defense. I thought they were overhyped all offseason, and I feel like I've been proven right there for sure. Alrighty, I was scared he wouldn't make it to me. I'm going Tyler Johnson, 3.3K. Too cheap. Had a good game last week with no Antonio Brown. 5 catches, 65 yards. Now Godwin might be out.
Yeah.
We were just talking about this.
Yeah, I think he's a must play as well. Unless for some reason both those guys go.
AB is definitely not. Godwin, I don't know. I think it's going to be a true game time decision. Luckily, it's a 1:00 game, so you're good. But even if Godwin plays, I already had Tyler Johnson in there. I think that it's going to be a lot of passing, and he's going to get his fair share, or at least a shot at it. And so I love him for only 3.3, and it allows you to spend up because the only running back. Well, I like one running back who's kind of cheap. Hint, it's Javonte. But the rest of them I like are all like 7K plus,
Yep.
And so I want to pay up for those running backs, and so that allows you to do it. My first 2 dudes.
Yeah, I'm playing him too, and I am going to my last one, and I'm taking Jamal Agnew. I tweeted about this. Same thing as Dan Arnold. I wanted to take them both, but I just didn't want to take 2 Jaguars.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So I'm going Freiermuth for 400 more.
Yeah.
But anyways, Agnew 4.5. Until they put him over 5K, I think I'm literally playing him every week in cash because here's his targets last week were 5, but before that was 12, 6, 7. Last week was the Bills. I mean,
great defense.
Whatever, throw that away. I don't even care if you're not a great team. Just throw that one out. it's the freaking Bills defense.
Mm-hmm.
But like same thing you said with Dan Arnold is besides him, like this is who Trevor's throwing to right now. The guy, he knows how to get open. He's a former defensive back who converted in the NFL and was switched to punt returning and stuff. And then he's teaching himself to run routes on YouTube because of COVID. Like,
yeah,
this guy's cooking.
And I mean, credit to you.
He knows how to separate.
You put him on my radar for sure because you were on him early as far as the DFS play. And then I ended up adding him in one of my dynasty leagues, thankfully. I'm a big believer, and I traded for him in another league. I think he has a lot of potential.
Yeah. I think so too. I just think that, like, one, he knows how to separate. And actually, same thing on this Jags radio show I listened to. He was talking about the film and how they're getting really creative with him. He's that player where you can line him up in the backfield, and you have to respect that he might get a handoff. So what they did on this 4th down play was they put him in the backfield with Trevor, but then they motioned him out wide. Well, since he was in the backfield, they had Edmonds on him in man. So Edmonds goes out with him on a motion, and you get Jamal Agnew, who now runs this little out route, gets like 2 steps off Edmonds in a heartbeat. Trevor puts the ball there, and Agnew's running towards the sideline, turns upfield, and gets like 20 yards on it. Like,
yeah.
They're figuring out how to create those mismatches with him, which for a guy like that is just gold.
Right, he's explosive as hell. Total rack guy.
Yeah,
total can totally make stuff happen after the catch.
So. And so, like for a guy with his skill set, who's getting his targets for 4 or 5, yeah, I'll give me it every time. Especially because this team is usually playing from behind.
Yep. No, I like it. I'm a little worried in cash, but that's also because I'm definitely rolling Dan Arnold. So that definitely factors into things.
Yeah, I
think he's safer and less expensive.
Agreed on that. My thing is I feel more comfortable moving up to Freiermuth for only 400. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I'll talk more about how I feel that game goes later.
But with the caveat of I would only play Agnew or Arnold. I wouldn't play both.
Yeah. More on that later. Teaser. My last one is someone I already picked, a former play of the week that hit. It's Michael Pittman. Like we've said, I was definitely wrong on him. I didn't think he was like special. I thought he was good. I think he might be special. He's 6.3, so not crazy. A little bit more than my favorite. Normally I go a 5K wide receiver. This one's a little bit more. He's value for the last 5 weeks. Jags at the 32nd pass defense on DVOA. I know Griffin is it. I mean, he's no bum. Like, dude can play. I just think the way Wentz looks at Pittman is, pretty special, and I think he's looking to him to be his dude. And so he gets red zone targets. He gets deep targets. He's just he's used all over. He's just a true alpha as far as his usage.
Yeah, volume's there for him. He's got a good matchup. Yeah, like I said, Shaq Griffin's good, but he's not like a just lockdown guy. He'll make plays, but he's giving them up too. So
definitely. Alrighty, you ready to move on to tourney?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to go first with my stat because we already mentioned it, so I'll go fast. One part of it's Keenan Allen. I love Keenan Allen this week. And the other side of that game is Dalvin Cook. $8K, so it's expensive. Chargers do not have a good run defense. He had 110 yards. He ripped off a dragon. He probably should have had a touchdown. It got taken away on, challenge. But he's really, really good, and he hasn't had a really, really good week in a while. So he's probably not going to have super high ownership. So that's my stack. I love Keenan Cook. Let's points to the moon.
Yeah, I could see that one coming through. I'm going straight up team stack, not game stack. And it's the Bills for a bounce back. You're gonna pay up for Josh Allen. And you're gonna pay up for Diggs. But you could get one of those 40-point games out of Allen, and if they're gonna finally just fucking throw the ball to Diggs, he's like, I don't get it.
Is Dawson Knox super important to this team?
Maybe.
As soon as he went out, their offense sucked.
Yeah. But yeah, once again, great matchup for him. And I don't think anyone on the Jets can, man up with Diggs. So, you're talking 70-point potential for those guys combined. And then I'm paying up for their defense.
I like their defense a lot this week.
Dude, okay, so it's 4K. But they've hit double digits 4 times.
And I get like the Mike White hype and it's fun, but at the end of the day, all right, but it's also the Bills. Let's slow our roll here, right? Like Trey White's gonna take away your number one, and then you're gonna have to deal with all kinds of crazy matchup blitzes from Mcdavid.
Oh no, Corey Davis is gone.
More like Elijah Moore. I mean, based on his last game.
What are they gonna do without them?
Corey Davis hype. I can't believe they got real quiet all of a sudden. Weird. They were real loud last year.
I'm paying up for that in a GPP.
I like that.
They've got double-digit point potential, no problem.
No, I like that. I like that play. What about your solo? I'll let you go first so I don't take them.
Me and Julio down by the schoolyard.
All right, good. You didn't take mine.
I'm going Julio Jones. Yeah, my guy's cheap as hell, man. He's 5'4", and I'm just guessing that Marshawn Lattimore's covering AJ Brown. And it's like the Tampa thing. Like he goes on Evan, so you play Godwin. That shit just worked out great. So I don't trust it enough for cash, but old man Julio's, he's still got some tread on those tires. So,
and they got to pass.
Yeah,
no, I like that play. My guy is a little bit more expensive. He's one of the most expensive wide receivers. He might be the most expensive wide receiver. Devontae Adams. But there's a qualifier. You want to guess what that qualifier is?
No.
Aaron Rodgers has to be playing football that week. So, assuming Mr. Immunization is ready to go.
Oh my gosh.
I love Adams. Seahawks gotten torched a ton, especially through the pass. Rodgers is #good.
That is confirmed, yes.
You can write that next to Tom Brady, by the way. I'm sure he's ready to get some news going that's not him talking. That's all I got to say. So if Rodgers can play, Adams hasn't had a good week in a while. It just kind of seems like it's going to happen. I wanted to stack with Lockett on the other side. It's just I really like wide receivers this week, and it's hard to pick 4.
I think this is a Lockett week.
I know. I think he had a good week last week, but Russ is back.
Yes.
I don't know about Jair Alexander, but either way, it's harder to scheme up against the slot than it is outside. You can scheme against outside wide receivers. You know what I mean? You can bracket them easier.
Especially for one who can only turn left.
Yeah, and run straight.
Yeah.
He can't turn. It's just straight. That's all he can do, right? That's why he fell to the 3rd round.
That's what I was told.
Right. Clown show. What about fade? I love my fade.
Ooh, so hit me with it then.
It's one of my favorite players to hate, and it's not this.
I knew it was about to
be. So don't get me wrong, dude is RB4 on the season. Props. Cool. He's also getting 25 touches a game. I don't know if we want to mention that.
Yeah, that's the point.
Dude's not
He's like
efficient at all.
He's the like only true like workhorse left.
He got 19 targets in a game. Like, okay, like I'm sure. Like, let's plug in any goddamn running back and see them do that. But anyway, just moving on. Detroit's been feisty in the past, so it could be low scoring. It's either that or it's Pittsburgh is beating the shit out of them. And either way, I don't think he catches a bunch of passes this week. He doesn't. That's a huge part of his point total is just catching a billion passes. If he can not score, I think he has zero chance to hit that number. He's 7.9. That's Cook was 8K. Like Adams is 7.9. I would 100% play Adams over Najee. I just don't think he's gonna hit that value. And I've been pretty hot on fades, by the way.
I liked him at first, but yeah, I don't for the price.
No. Yeah, last week DJ Moore was 1.2 times value. BT Dubs. I kind of want to brag about Hollywood because I didn't brag about him. He was 3.9 times. That was my top play of the week. That's back-to-back weeks. I've hit my top play of the week.
There you go.
Saying, Dan Arnold,
I think
breakout season.
I think we should start to post our lineup, our cash line at like 12 or 12:30, just to like have it out there because a lot of times some of the plays we're given are totally different than you faded off of what we said Wednesday night or something. But
no, I'm good with that. The rest of my cash plays weren't great. T. Higgins was okay. He was times 2.6. Did you come up with the fade?
Well, no, not. I'm going to say Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
Because when you're looking at DraftKings here, you see that green number 30 over there, and it's a very attractive thing. But he wasn't good last week. I think people thought he would be catching dump offs. But I thought he would be good. Like you said, even if Rodgers comes back, I think it's going to be the Rodgers show. So
yeah,
I would also fade for that reason.
Yeah, I think he's probably good, not great. You know what I mean? Dylan's getting a lot of work. He really is.
And he looks good.
Yeah. And like I said, with Adams, should be good to go. And if Rodgers there, that's less dumping down to running backs. So, no, I think it's a pretty good fade. I just love that DJ Moore sucked ass last week.
He was really not good.
It was so ridiculous. I loved it. All righty. Are you ready? Are you ready to read a book?
Yes, sir.
Ready for some story time. So we're going to your neck of the woods. We're going Jags and Colts. Jags at Colts. A lot of Jags talk this pod.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it.
We'll get to the Bears later.
No.
And so I made a lineup that I thought we could go with, and so it's Wentz and Pittman. Wentz is 5.9. Pittman is 6.3. Both have been really good late and seem to have a really tight connection. So we're hoping for a monster Pittman game that allows Wentz to eat. And the other side is dudes we already talked about. Jamal Agnew, 4.5. Dan Arnold, 3.5. So those dudes add up for 8K. And the Colts guys end up for 12.2. So that's a 20,200 lineup. So you have 3/5 of your spending allowing for running back, wide receiver, flex, defense. I love my story lineup for this week.
I'm flipping the script and I'm making my own story.
Yeah, see, I'm fading. I'm playing. You go contrarian, right? So I'm playing against JT going off, which a lot of people are going to have JT going off based on his last couple of weeks, which is fair. But Jags are worse against the pass than the run.
Oh, easily they are. But here's mine. I am also going to grab Pittman for aforementioned reasons.
But you're going Larry.
And I'm going Larry. And instead of Agnew, I'm going Marvin Jones because he's more expensive. Trevor just missed him on that would have been a game sealer. Touchdown down the sideline. But I think his ankle is really bothering him. You could tell in a couple throws you could just tell. I'm sure planting trying to throw is not quite the same.
I could see it.
But I'm taking JT as well just because he's stinking good. And so mine is
we're totally opposite.
Colts. I'm just going for Point City, essentially. I think, and also, like I said about the Jags, like that was just a huge win for them, and I think you could see a really impressive performance from Trevor as a result.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, they don't even have to win for him to do it, but like he's 5'3", and if he goes out there and throws 270 and 3 touchdowns, it's well worth the money.
Oh yeah, just
so
270 and 3 touchdowns.
What did the Josh Johnson just do?
That is a very fair point. So you just need to. You need big explosive plays for the Colts, and then a lot of up and down for the Jags.
Yeah. So I think for me, that's the play. Get a cheap defense, and you're still getting yourself like 6,000 a player for 3 guys. So that's including JT.
I'm very scared fading JT, but I'm counting on the stats that Jags are actually good against the run, and they're awful against the pass. And I
will add, the Jags tackled so well last week. Like the first dude would either just make the play, or if he didn't, he made enough of one for some cleanup job,
right?
Like,
or force him into the help.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that aspect of it. That's not something they've normally done well, and that saved them a lot.
Would you say that was cooking?
Fuck yeah!
Better than the Dolphins win?
Man, yeah.
You were emotional.
Oh, I was big time for that one because it had been so long. Like, the Jags had lost 20 in a row. They were like, people were starting to talk about the all-time streak. Like, watching your team lose that many in a row, even when 15 of them you wanted it,
demoralizing.
It's still, yeah. And so like, for them to just do it, and when that kick went in, I just couldn't even handle it.
All-time cooking moment.
Yeah. But this game was just like a all-around good team win.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love them both. I don't get to have many, so
Duval.
Don't make me pick one, you dick.
All right. On that note, so our top cooking play of the week was unbelievable. This was the best version of big man touchdown I think I've ever seen. So it was like high school football. Sorry if it looked like high school. Sorry. Anyway, so the running back doing the jet sweep, they did the pop pass. Like, oh, okay. Dude throws back, not to the quarterback. No, that's basic. No, he threw to the left guard. Right? Big man catches it, hikes back, lets it rip, and targets the quarterback. I loved it. Touchdown. It was like a 50-yard play.
It was like a Herbert cannon, too.
Dude has an arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm for it.
Country strong. I don't know if it was a country score or not. I'm going country strong. All right.
Yeah, let's go. Overalls.
You gotta dig a big man touchdown whenever it happens. No matter what, it's always great.
Yes.
All right. The next one is Dragonfly Jones. He chimed in on the Aaron Rodgers situation and whose better words to choose than his. And so I'm just going to read it verbatim. This is hashtag reading. So this motherfucker out here being intentionally misleading with wordplay gymnastics to lead people to believe he was vaccinated and drinking Arcana of Time elixirs and getting medical advice from Joe Rogan, bald ass head, but we're the irrational ones out here.
I love it. Drinking Ocarina of Time elixirs.
That's the part I can never get through without laughing. I was laughing inside just thinking about getting to that point. Dude is a legend, all-time Twitter follow, OG Twitter hero.
For real though, it's been like 10 years and he's still in the streets just slaying it.
The dude is he doesn't miss. He just really doesn't. And to have him and then bashing Rodgers, that's just like the ultimate predator handshake gift for me. This one's great. So after Lee Corso put on the Bearcat's head for game day, like he always does, the Bearcat mascot put on a giant Lee Corso paper mache head.
How has that not happened yet?
It was like the biggest head I've ever seen. And it was like a beanbag chair in width. It was insane.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah, I can't believe it hadn't been done yet. That's all I got.
You're so right. You're so right. That's such a missed opportunity? Or like the student section, they all do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why not? They got president masks. Dead president mask. Get a Lee Corso mask.
Can't be that hard. Everybody has a mask guy.
This one made me really happy. This just shout out to me like 8 years ago, being obsessed with NHL hockey and just like the NHL game. Connor McDavid. Woo!
This was disgusting.
Woo! Dude took on a team.
Oh yeah, literally.
So like he had to lead the offensive zone. So when it happens, you kind of have to, hold the puck for a little bit, let your teammates get on sides. And like normally you kind of like dunk it back and kind of try. And he's like, no, I got this. And Leroy Jenkins and went in and took on all 5 dudes and like stick handled them the shit. Whoop, 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 and got a deke out to the right and just easy beat the goalie. No question, full speed. Like it was like a video game. It literally was like what you do in the video game on like easy or pro.
Yeah, the goalie legit had 0 chance.
I felt bad.
It was awesome.
Dude got ashamed. That whole team, that whole line should have been just benched. No. Full line change. You're done.
You're all fucking out.
You're fucking out. The Luka game winner. So we love Luka. We're a pro Luka cast. I don't know. Blake,
nice shot.
You got anything to say on that?
It was pretty sweet.
It was lucky.
Nope.
I'm calling it. I love Luka. That was a shit fucking shot.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
But it went in, so it was cool.
Okay. I mean, it was really freaking cool. That is a horrible look. Like fading away, step back, going out of bounds, 3-pointer with a dude right on top of you.
It's like classic him though, because it's like sometimes you watch him and he makes the game look so easy, and he's just like playing against high schoolers. But then sometimes he makes it look so much harder than it needs to be. And that was one of those moments, and it still worked.
No, yeah. So we had to bring it up because we love Luka, but I was a little skeptical of that shot selection. The next one, not suspect at all.
No,
it's punk god Matt Areza. You gonna go with?
He might be a suspect of deflating footballs.
Or like steroid leg.
Yeah.
Dude's punting like 80 yards on the fly. Like even in like Madden when you had like 30-mile-an-hour winds behind you, like you still can't do this. This
is like when you're playing the computer on all Madden. They would completely flip the field on you every time.
Oh yeah, 0 chill in their punt game.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's out of San Diego State. So they had two returners. They had one 50 yards away from the line of scrimmage and one 70 yards away from the line of scrimmage, and the ball went over both their heads in the air.
What do you even do?
I mean, dude's a day 2 pick. If you're not like a good offensive team, and like if you're the Bears and you're gonna punt a lot, that's a weapon, man.
The Jaguars tried that once and it failed horribly.
I'm sure, but I mean, there's been many years where the Bears' best offensive player was their punter. I'm just saying, it could be a weapon.
I know,
which is sad. That's horrible. That's our team. All right, the next one, it's Javonte appreciation post time. I saved him for last because that's my guy. He's on pace for 1,000 yards, 56 rushing. He's also on pace for 39 receptions. This is with 45% of the running back carries and 50% of the running back targets.
Yeah.
That's a good season as a rookie, as a 21-year-old rookie.
I think, and I mean, I pretty much said we covered all this earlier. The thing that's most impressive to me is where he's grading out on metrics when you also combine that just watching him.
He is, like Kyle Brandt does the angry runs. Mm-hmm. Like they're Javonte runs. I'm ready to make that like angry runs wears Javonte runs pajamas.
Ooh, snap. I like it.
Yeah, going old school. We're talking Chuck Norris and Tim Tebow facts.
Yeah.
Bonus cooking for Javonte. He has forced 35 missed tackles on runs. This is more than the Raiders, the Jags, the Cowboys, the Bengals, the Jets, the Falcons, the Panthers, the Rams, the Chargers, the Texans, the Bucks, the Niners, the Giants, the Lions, the Chiefs, the football team, the Seahawks, and the Dolphins. That's 19 teams, Zach. It's pretty good.
2/3 of the league.
Dude's getting 45% of the carries. Fire Fangio right goddamn now.
You love him.
He's a great defensive coach. Dude clearly is not a head coach. Like, maybe the dude that doesn't get a head coaching job until he's 60 ain't the dude. Not to be ageist, but I guess I just am.
Yep, that's it. Cancel.
That's my dude. I love you, Javonte. Fangio's booking. Just like goddamn Robbie Anderson.
Dude, this is so bad.
It's alarming to look at. We'll retweet it because it's scary. So the second worst catch rate over expected is Calvin Ridley, and it's -7%. All right.
Okay.
Your boy, Robbie Anderson, used to have in Dynasty, right? Yeah.
Did used to.
Yeah, that's your boy, officially. He has a -28% catch rate over expected. The chart is like normal, and then bam, it juts out like a full double length to the left for how bad he is. It's bananas. 4 times worse than the next worst guy.
Yeah, you just gotta stop trying with him. Yeah,
he's like,
we're done here.
He's like, I went to Carolina to get away from Darnold. Dude followed me. I did not sign up for this.
Dude, it's because he called Sir Purr a bear.
What's that bear doing up there?
That's why.
It's a panther. Because we're in Carolina.
You dumbass.
This was amazing too. I laughed. I can't not laugh watching this. Harden, our boy Ross's favorite player, let the ball roll out of bounds. Or he intended to, because he pulled up, and then the defender's like, "Oh, that ball is so going not going out of bounds. Like I could easily cut that off," and like gets it picks it up out of bounds, like a foot and a half short of it going out of bounds, and just gets an easy layup. And Harden looks like he just saw a ghost. He's like, wait, what? I wasn't going to run. Someone else is going to run for that ball?
Wow. What are we, professional athletes?
Wait, we're going to try? Wait, hold on. We're trying here? Like full effort. Dive on the floor stuff? Oh, you didn't even have to dive on the floor. My bad. It was like barely rolling. It was so easy to get that ball. And he just
pulled up.
Nah.
I don't know what was going through the brain there.
What he's going to do after the game?
Yeah, probably. What kind of snacks he was going to grab on the way home.
Right. What kind of kush? Last bookend is the Miami Dolphins offensive line.
This is one of the most impressive stats I've ever seen.
I think that's the perfect way to put it. It's impressively bad how so there's the top 3 players in pressures that have all given up 37, and they all play for the Dolphins. Their left guard, their left tackle, and their right tackle. So both tackles, just every player giving up it.
One of those guys was a pretty high pick too, wasn't he?
I know they got the Notre Dame guy, Eichenberg or whatever.
That's
second.
Yeah.
Austin Jackson was a first-round pick in 2020.
Ouch.
I didn't recognize the other guy's name, but he's the right tackle. But it's just wow. People want to go after Tua. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Go after those guys.
I mean, Tua hate has gotten a little intense, in my opinion.
It's just there's not enough tape.
Yeah, I'm hoping though.
I
love Waddle on that. I love Waddle on that team, but they probably should have gone Slater or Sewell.
Yeah,
they could have gotten a wide receiver later. But
yeah, you always. Can.
Well, let's go on. Let's get nutty. Let's get nutty.
Ooh, that's good. I like that.
Let's throw some curving wild pitches that are going to hit Zach and make him break his phone. So we're talking best non-football parts of fall. My favorite season.
Same.
Your idea, Zach. You get the 101. I'm scared.
Hoodies.
Oh, damn it, Zach. My first one was sweaters. God damn it.
Who doesn't love hoodies? I mean, maybe that's a Midwestern vibe, but
I don't sweater season, hoodie season, it's fun. Pullovers, I love it all.
Yeah, when you get to the point where I can throw on a good hoodie or like a zip-up jacket, I'm down.
Yeah, you were a big fan of the hoodie jacket. You know,
a zip-up hoodie.
Yeah, that was
love
like your go-to, more than like a winter coat that's like, waterproof and everything. Damn. God damn, Zach.
Shade.
You know what? I'm gonna alternate. This was initially one of my honorable mentions, but the more I look at it, the more I like it. Bugs are gone.
Oh, love it.
You have to wait a little bit because it also has like 2-3 weeks of horrible bug season where there's like spiders everywhere and the lights are on early and you can see all these spider webs.
Yeah.
But now, where them bugs at? They gone.
Huge. I didn't even consider it. I'm a fool for not, but that's great.
Yeah. Bugs are the worst. Bees, when you're like going near dumpsters and they're all like angry and aggro, like go away, bees.
Yeah.
I'm good. You do you. My 201. I like my list. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go Chris Bear.
All right, I'm for it.
You know, it's go for it. I think you're gonna say what I'm gonna say.
It ties into one of mine partially, okay. But yeah,
I just love that. I love that feeling of like you walk out and it's like chill, but it's like it's not cold. It's just chill, and like you walk in, it's like it hits you a little bit, and you're like, yeah, it's fall. It's no wind, but it's just that crisp feeling. It feels like it's like wet, but it's not like humid. I love it.
Get them windows open.
You know, you're dressed like you said, you're wearing a hoodie or something kind of warm. You need that chill air, and it's like that perfect combo. I love it.
Yeah. I'm going with leaves. It's stupid, but I love the leaves changing colors. They cool
become
as hell.
Orange.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot.
You know orange? That was on my list. 100%. Leaves changing color. 100%.
Yeah, they're just really cool, pretty to see when they're changing. I also really strangely love the smell of burning leaves. So if I'm driving
out there
around and people are burning leaves, big fan of that smell.
I have an honorable mention. You just reminded me.
And then
you get another one.
My last one is stuffing. I love stuffing. And it's just not really a food that's appropriate to eat any other time of the year. I mean, don't get me wrong. That's very true. I've definitely made a box of stovetop stuffing to eat with some pork chops or something just for a cheap, easy dinner. But nobody's going out of their way to make a nice casserole dish full of homemade stuffing.
No.
In the spring.
That's Thanksgiving. You get it once a week. Yeah. Once a year.
And I love stuffing, so.
No, that's a good call.
It fucking smells wonderful too when it's bacon.
And it's just one of those things that has so much going on. It's just a pleasure to eat.
It is.
I love the combinations. You know. So damn, my last pick. Yeah, I'm gonna go with just apple cider.
Ooh,
I love apple cider. It's
so damn good.
Growing up as a kid, there would be 2 apple ciders in our house. It'd be the family's and mine, because I would just torch the living hell out of it.
Yeah,
and they're like, we also want some apple cider, but we're just not going to drink it for every single drink of our life. I'm like, no, I want to live on apple cider.
Yeah, you're like, I want to live on apple cider, and I also want to give myself the mad shits tomorrow. Okay, so leave me alone.
But not hot apple cider. I like cold apple cider.
Same. Cold cider is definitely better.
I don't like hot drinks. I'm just gonna say it. Fuck hot drinks.
I'm not super huge on hot drinks. I'm an iced coffee guy. I drink cold coffee all year round.
Good for you. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah. So I'm with you
there.
Got
any honorable mentions?
Oh no, because I love all 3 of mine so much.
Yeah, well, you took 2 of mine, so
yeah,
sure.
Sucks.
But anyway, of the ones remaining, October, it's the best month of the year.
Oh yeah.
This guy's birthday is on the 21st day of it. Just saying.
It's true. That is a fact.
Halloween is a GOAT caliber holiday. The weather is wonderful. We said non-football, but there's 3 other sports that are going on, so that's fine.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's fair. That's a good call.
Mm-hmm. And plus all the other things, the leaf changing, there's just a lot going on that I don't like. 10 is a good number. It's the 10th month of the year. October is just a phenomenal time of the year. I will stand by. That's the GOAT month.
Same.
And
I'm with you.
I love it. My last one is the one I said I need to mark down because you reminded me. It's bonfires.
Ooh,
I love a good bonfire.
Yeah.
Get a little smoke. You're just chilling. You're sitting close to the fire to get all nice and warm.
Roast some wieners.
Get a little beers going.
Mm-hmm.
Tell some spooky stories. Spooky season.
Yeah. I like it.
All righty. Speaking of goats month, I guess I could have gone with Guan month. That would have been a little bit
probably
better.
Should have.
All right.
Can't take it back now.
Have you looked yet? Do you know who the Guans are?
I saw it. And
It's our rookie QBs. Let's go. It's Larry and Fields. Those are the goats. Those are the Guans.
We did it.
All right. Why don't you talk about Larry? I know you already said a little bit. He beat the best AFC team, man. It's got to feel good.
He wasn't pretty, but that's like, my guy did what he had to do. Came out with the win.
Top defensive team in the league.
Yeah.
By DVOA.
Eat them nuts.
Yeah. Ligma. Lig them both. My guy is Justin Fields, and we've kind of waited. Honestly, I know you have to go to bed early, and so you missed the second half.
I did.
I'm not even being biased. He was phenomenal in the second half. He was so freaking good.
So when I woke up and saw the score, that was my first thought was, whoa, what did Fields do? Like, damn.
So he was just killing them on deep passes too. So he was 9 of 16 on passes that were 10 air yards or more for 225 yards and 1 touchdown, almost all of it in the second half. That was 9.6 percentage points above expected completion percentage. Additionally, he was the top-rated PFF quarterback for Week 9. Not rookie, because that was last week. He was the top overall quarterback. And like the Steelers defense isn't like last year's or like, one of these like top 3, top 5 defenses, but like it's a really good defense. And like they still have that crappo line that had to go against TJ Watt and Cam Hayward. And they held up, and Watt had 3 sacks. So it wasn't like, he didn't get his. Like he was killing it that game. And like Fields, was able to break the contain, and he hit Graham with a phenomenal throw down the seam. His touchdown throw to Mooney was sick. And just overall, I don't even care that they got completely jobbed by the refs. Even the broadcast was going after him.
So stupid.
Because Fields looked good. That's all I care about. I want Fields to look good. I want Matt Nagy to get fired. And even though they don't have their first round pick, they have their second. And so if they can get, top 10 pick, I don't even care that they gave it up for Fields. If Fields is good, it could be the number 1 pick, and it would still be worth it, in my opinion.
Oh,
this class is not good. This class is not good. They would not have gotten Fields with the number 1 pick in this year's draft. So who gives a shit what pick the Giants get? Because the Giants are going to goddamn blow it anyway. Their picks from 2019 are phenomenally bad. They had 6th in the top 100. And I think the only ones left is Daniel Jones.
Who sucks.
I love Stadium Fields. That's my dude. Not him, bitch.
Not him, bitch. I'll take it that time.